Well, I'm definitely dressed for it tonight. I've got my Carhartt jacket on, nice and lined, and the bibs. Guess I don't need to say Carhartt, they're not paying me to, so why should I? In fact, nobody's paying me to do this at all. It's just fun. We got the bibs on, and we'll get to those layers later. Well, at this point, I don't absolutely love it, but I've spent too much time on it to continue working on it. It's going to keep me dry, it should keep me warm, and it'll keep me out of the elements. So I'm not worried about that. I'm going to get a fire set up. I'm definitely going to buy a new tarp. This thing was great for 3 uses, and then it started kind of tearing on me in a couple little spots, getting a couple holes in it. I'm going to buy one with more hooks, more eyelets on it. And I guess they got them more compact too, so that's my plan. I get the fire set up, get my chair over here, set the inside of that up with my sleeping pad and everything else, get some wood collected, and then I think it'll be time for a beer. I've got ice in my beard. This pine's been dead for a long time, and that's going to be awesome firewood for me tonight. And yes, I bring paper with me. At least this time. Can I start a fire with flint and whatever I find in the woods? Yes. Do I want to, or do I have to tonight? No. If this were a legitimate survival situation, obviously I would make do and get by. I keep like 10 of these Bic lighters in my bag. Why not? They're light, they last forever, they get wet, they dry out, they still work. And that's what I'm doing tonight. Then again, I will say, do I need this much paper? Absolutely not. But I knew I was just coming out for one night. grab the stack of papers, get some out of the house too, and I won't be struggling. If you came to this video to watch somebody start a fire with 2 rocks, search on YouTube, guy starts fire with 2 rocks. After you watch this video, of course. I appreciate you being here too. This is nice and dry. I love this. I do not plan on using this fire to keep me warm tonight while I sleep. If you watched my last video, you'll see the new sleeping bag I got. And it was about 30 degrees, maybe a little less that night. Tonight it's supposed to hit, like I said, 3 or 2 or 0 Fahrenheit, negative 28 or something Celsius, I don't know. So my intentions are to see how well that sleeping bag works in colder conditions. More thorns. Full breath. Can't beat that. And this thing is awesome. Also, this time I filled up this camelback that's built into this bag, goes in the back compartment. The only trick tonight is going to be to keep it from freezing, which it's amazing, just wearing the backpack and hiking keeps it pretty warm. But this time I'll have good water supply. Much needed. I'm actually starting to sweat, so these are coming off for now. Well, that's not good. There we go. Little siphon effect going on. These may or may not go back on when it's bedtime. Until then, I can't be sweating because it's going to get cold tonight. I've got these jeans on. Underneath, I've got the long johns. Everyone says cotton kills. That's fine, only if it gets wet. And if it does get wet, you got layers. Take the inside layer off. So I've got on these muck boots underneath, some really heavy duty alpaca socks, and I have extra sets of socks in my bag at all times, also alpaca, because it is much like wool, has all the same qualities as wool, excuse me, but it's a little bit softer, and we can buy it at the local farm, and I like that. Underneath this flannel, I've got a thermal shirt, another thinner thermal shirt, can't talk, and a t-shirt. It's all about layers. I guess it's still 20 degrees, so that explains why I'm so warm. So I'm not new to camping by any means. I've been camping my whole life. I am sort of new to the tarp thing. I guess this is my third time, like I said, with it now. I definitely want a better tarp with more options, one that has, I've seen one today that fits inside a water bottle, that has 5 eyelets on each side. So much more versatility that way. Looking forward to getting a new tarp. And I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos on other people doing this and setting up the tarps and how they do all the things they do. And you can always learn something from somebody else, whether you think you know it all or not, because you never do. But happy with my sleeping bag, happy with the rest of my setup. And them branches are making some noises up there, a little bit of wind. I'm excited to really do this more often, and like I say, doing it tonight, left work a little early because it's supposed to get down to 0. So that got me excited about my sleeping bag, try it out. Because I think it said it was rated for 15-degree comfort, but it was recommended to me by a guy that definitely knows what he's talking about. He said it's warmer than some of the other bags he's been in that are rated for much lower temperatures. So I'm excited to see how that does tonight. Looking forward to doing this, improving, getting better. Knots are one thing I want to learn better. Never been good with knots. Can tie my shoes, that's about it. So I hope you get enjoyment out of these videos. I know I certainly am. Thanks for watching. I think it's time I buy a better saw. They're cheap. I learned that I like hand saws. I learned that I don't like cheap hand saws. I think I'm going to buy a silky saw next. Had a couple people recommend those to me. Ooh. If I get this to fall right, it won't land on my shelter. Right on the fire. Perfect. All right.
Tuna salad with crackers. Great little camping snack. I like to call it cat food. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, those smell good. Smell them? They're Duke Cannon. Again, they don't pay me. Cooling field towels. Cold shower, face and body. Got the Arctic gloves in case I need those. Honestly, it's kind of getting to that point. It's a little bit nipply. We got some wind kicking up. Wind chill's definitely down there. So. Yep, my line froze. That should help. Guess I'll have a beer while I wait. There we go. That's not bad. 10 minutes. Good to go. Surely it'll happen again. But we can thaw it again. I think I'll keep that right there. The things you learn. It's going to be dark here any minute. But I'm staying cozy. This moonlight's incredible. My camera doesn't really depict it, but I can actually see what you can't right now. Staying plenty warm. Temperatures are dropping, but I'm dressed for it, got a good fire, and I'm looking forward to my cozy sleeping bag. Well, it is now 12 degrees with a wind chill of 0. And we're in the sleeping bag and we're in the shelter. Fire's roaring, but probably won't last too much longer. I think we're gonna be okay. Well, 6:45, I survived. My water's froze, so that's unfortunate. But woke up a couple of times in the night. A little bit chilly, but tolerable. I'm gonna pack up and get out of here, and we'll talk more soon. 7 o'clock. Still not enough light to see anything. But my wife works today, so I'm gonna get home and hang out with the kids today. Stayed warm enough to stay alive. That's what's important. Definitely a little bit chilly. When I put my muck boots on this morning, they were so frozen that my feet wouldn't hardly slide into them. They were kind of frozen closed. And they were stuck together when I first woke up. Water's completely froze, so I'm pretty thirsty right now. But the fire started right back up, so if I needed to, I could obviously thaw my water out with that. So I would call this survival situation a success. It is really pretty cold right now. I think it said wind chill is like -4 or -5. I don't know, I'll check on that and put it on the screen. But thanks for watching. This is great. Well, here's the aftermath. Here to take my tarp down. I left it yesterday because it was kind of dark and figured I'd come back for it. It's a little warmer now. It's 30 Fahrenheit. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. Like, subscribe. I know everybody says that, but I plan on making a lot more of these videos. So if you enjoyed this one, you'll enjoy the next ones. Thanks again, guys. See you next time.